Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
Okay. All of our guests today, including Craig Button, we're trying to hook up with Craig right now. He's in Ontario at
Canada.
Canadian
Juniors.
World Junior Camp. World Junior Tournament starting on the 26th. Canada's first game on the 27th against Latvia. All of our guests today, including Craig, are brought to you by the Bayside Oceanfront Resort. Christmas is in the air at the Bayside this holiday season, which means there are deals to be had when staying now until February 29th. When you stay a minimum of 2 nights, weekends included, the Bayside wants to give you 25% off their best rate. Must call and book directly through the hotel. From everyone at the Bayside, they wish you and your loved ones a joyful holiday season. Call 250-248-8333 to book today. As we wait for Craig Button, some information from the Canucks morning skate. They take on Tampa Bay tonight at Rogers Arena. Their morning skate started at 10:30, and we have the lines and defense pairings.
Yep.
For viewers
I can't
and
show them
listeners.
because we are Craig's just joining the Zoom, so I can't put up the pairings. But I can tell you this.
And just in case you weren't aware, this is live television. Confirmation right now.
No changes from Saturday night. The interesting thing, a lot of people are bringing up, 8 coaches on the ice today for morning skate.
Yeah.
8 coaches.
And you love that. This is the first coaching staff that I've seen in the city.
Or is there too many voices? Too many cooks in the kitchen?
I've heard that phrase.
Maybe we can
think so.
get Craig's take on that. We got him?
Yeah.
TSN Scouting Director Craig Button joining
Sorry
us now.
about that.
We got him right?
You got me here?
Oh, there you go. And we got his voice. We don't have
Craig, we don't have video. Perfect. Do that. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going with the phone conversation.
You don't have me on the video? I'm on the video. I think I'm on the video.
Hold on.
Live TV.
Again, confirmation.
There we go.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. Beautiful.
Nice shirt, Craig.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It was worth the wait. It was worth the wait. Hey, eight, there we go. You okay? Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. Craig, 8 coaches on the ice this morning for the Canucks morning skate. Is that a positive or a negative?
Hey, listen, hands-on coaching. Right? Mm-hmm. We think about, how you're going to work with different players and, you're going to work on the power play, the penalty killing, the one-timers, defensemen are going to work with a certain coach, shooting coaches. I think now that the attention to detail in so many different areas with respect to skills and team play it has become widespread. And you only have so much time and so many practice sessions. So I think that everybody's trying to do as much as they can with the resources to try to make sure they can get the players developed and comfortable and the team playing to a really good level.
Should mention to people that you're in Oakville for Team Canada's junior camp, the World Juniors starting on Boxing Day in Sweden. Craig, social media right now, you're getting a lot of attention there because of your take on Erik Gudbranson being suspended 1 game for going after Nick Cousins. Not so much for the suspension to Gudbranson, but because of your take on the hit by Nick Cousins. Do you want to expand on that?
Well, I mean, social media can be a cesspool, so I don't know what you're talking about, and with respect to people. Listen, I would direct everybody to go back to the playoffs in 2022 when the Colorado Avalanche were playing against the St. Louis Blues, and Ivan Barbashev hit Sam Girard. He broke his sternum. It's a similar type play. But what I'd really impress upon people is to go and listen to what Jared Bednar said. He said, when I first looked at the play, I didn't like it. Then I looked at it, said it was a legal hit. It's a hard game. Listen, Nick Cousins, in my view, was trying to make contact on the body as Erik Gudbranson was trying to turn the net. I have no problem. Erik Gudbranson doesn't like it. You can go and do whatever you like. He's going to pay a 1-game price suspension for his actions. But I think it was absolutely right in every regard. I think the officials got it exactly right in real time. calling it a match penalty, which allows you to review it. They went back and they reviewed it, and then they said, wait a sec, that's a 2-minute boarding. I think it is a 2-minute boarding penalty. But when you look at the way the play unfolded and the way Nick Cousins approached it, he made contact on the side of Erik Gudbranson, not on the numbers. And the Department of Player Safety, which a lot of people want to criticize them as well, they didn't see it as anything other than a 2-minute minor boarding penalty, and I think that's all deserved. And people can disagree, that's fine, but that's how I saw it. That's my perspective, and I'll stand by it.
John Tavares becomes the 98th member of the 1,000-point NHL club. No-brainer that he's a future Hockey Hall of Famer, Craig?
Well, I'm going to just give you a little bit of some quick numbers here. Since he entered the league in 2009, points, goals, even strength points, game-winning goals, top five in every single one of those categories since the time he entered the league. And I'll give you some of the names of the players that he's in company with in all those categories. Ovechkin, Kane, Crosby, Stamkos. He's a Hall of Famer.
Hey, Craig, if you don't mind, I just want to go back to the Canucks. Andrei Kuzmenko is in the coach's doghouse. Teams are starting to call to kind of feel out the Canucks. Hey, what are you guys going to do with this guy? He's on the fourth line. He's only got 4 goals. Do you trade him, Craig, or do you wait for him to get back to his goal-scoring ways?
Well, I think that Kuzmenko has always had the ability to create offense and score. So what I would say is, just because a player isn't scoring isn't a reason to give up on him. You have Rick Tocchet who's trying to, get the team and the players, the individual players to play in a certain way, in a certain manner, and that's good. And I'll share a quick story with you. Back when I was with the Dallas Stars, Ryan Smith wasn't playing very well in Edmonton. We looked at it as a really good opportunity to try to acquire a winger like Ryan. We really liked him. We thought he was we weren't fussed about the fact that he wasn't scoring. And probably the dance went on for about a couple of months. Finally, Glenn Sather phoned Bob Gainey. He says, the offers have been good, but I've known Ryan for too long. We believe in him. We drafted him high. We're going to stick with him. I think that unless you want to abandon a player, after a short spell, Kuzmenko's only had a short spell of lack of success here, not scoring. So I think you stick with them. Players need support when things aren't going well. And I think that Kuzmenko showed a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of ability last year, and now you're trying to get him back to that level. I wouldn't be giving up, but as an NHL team, if you see where you can prey on somebody that might be thinking about trading a player that isn't performing, you make those calls. So no surprise that Patrick Allvin will be getting those calls from any NHL teams, but I wouldn't be moving Kuzmenko at this point in time.
Hey, Craig, Glenn Sather's old team, the Oilers, are the hottest team in the NHL, 7 straight wins. They're cutting the goals against down. Still tough to climb those standings because they started so slow. But what's Edmonton doing right now?
Well, I think there's a lot of things they're doing right. Like when they were 5-12, everybody was surprised by it because they were a better team than they were playing. But their defensive play was awful. And then by extension, their goaltending was awful. And they were taking so many unnecessary risks trying to chase games, and they were just never able to catch up to it. They got their game in order in terms of playing really well defensively. They cleaned up the rush chances against the inner slot, the slot area. They've really done a good job, which has eased the pressure on the goaltending. I mean, Calvin Pickard won the game on Sunday versus the New Jersey Devils. I mean, it was just a picture-perfect defensive effort by the Oilers, and that takes the pressure off of any goaltender, and you saw that. The other thing that's happened is that I think that players now have taken that, what I would call that exhale that says, okay, now we're back to 500. Now we can just go and play our game. They're playing really well. And the McDavid, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Hyman line has been phenomenal. Go look at what they've done in this winning streak. They've been instrumental in helping this team. That should come as no surprise. But this team looks like the team that people felt that they could be and would be like, when they were in that little bit of what I would call a rut.
Craig, finally, Canucks hosting Tampa Bay tonight. Nikita Kucherov, JT Miller, 1-2 in NHL points. But let's focus on Kucherov here, leading the NHL in points. Looks like he's on his way. I don't want to jinx him here. Looks like he's on his way to his 4th 100-point NHL season. I think he's an underrated superstar. What has made him so special for so long, 11 years?
Yeah, I agree with you, Donnie, that he is underrated because, he plays down in Tampa Bay. I mean, the fact that he was a Hart Trophy winner, the fact that he was a player that's won 2 Stanley Cups have been in such an important piece of the Tampa Bay Lightning success. But having watched Nikita for as long as I've watched him, to produce at that level, you have to be a really good skilled player. He is that. It's his brain. I think that when you watch Nikita play, he knows what so many of his options are. I compare him to a quarterback. He knows what his first option is. He knows what his second option is. He knows what his third option is, and he never gives you any idea, no tells in his game of what he's going to do. And he can pick multiple options to be able to produce and to be able to take advantage. So it becomes so hard for an opponent and defenders to be able to handle him and be able to look and say, well, he's going to do this and we'll take that away, because he has so many elements to his game that he takes advantage of.
It took a while, but we got you, and we appreciate it. Enjoy Oakville, Craig. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, I can fill you in a little bit about the team once it'll be selected after these 2 games before they head over to Europe.
Let's do that. Thanks, Craig. Appreciate it.
Thanks.